New Orleans on the road at Buffalo. This is 15 and a half at most spots in the country. 48 and a half is our total here in this one. So a big survivor implication game out there. It kind of depends on, if you're one of those that plays for the immediacy or whether you play for kind of like the week in advance and stuff. Like the Bills also are going to be the ideal team to play next week in survivor as well. And so do you try to save them? Is there somebody else that you can get through with and then use the Bills next week? And what I think is a little bit trickier week than what you're looking at this week. But Noops, I don't know how you handle these type of games. Once we get on the other side of like 2 touchdowns, especially the NFL, it's just not really my style of game to bet. Like you got a 23-point lead in the fourth quarter and you're still sweating your bet or something like that. Like it's just something I don't really get down with. I don't know how you handle these.
You make a really great point. That's exactly how I'm thinking about this game. The Bills clearly know now, especially with the Ravens losing on Monday night, they have a huge lead for the number 1 seed. The Bills are now in a position where the goal is to get through this season without anybody being hurt. They don't need to win this game by 3-4 scores. It's not important to them. They can come out, play a really good first half, take the foot off the brake. I think there's a great chance we see some Mitch Trubisky here in the fourth quarter. But I do think what this does is present a lot of opportunities for some interesting negatively correlated parlays. And if you're not familiar with that idea, you go into your same game parlay machine in any of your sports books, and you can start to put together some stuff that the algorithm thinks maybe aren't connected, but I think maybe they are. So if you look at something, say like you take the Bills first half spread, but the Saints full game spread, put them together, you're going to get some nice numbers on that. And it just speaks to the flow of the game that I expect, where I think we'll see Buffalo play 2.5, maybe 3 great quarters, but then the fourth quarter, here comes Mitch Trubisky. The Saints maybe find a way to sneak into the back door there. Another way to do it again would be maybe take like a Bills first half spread, the same, and then like a Josh Allen passing yards under kind of thing, where again, if we know Mitch Trubisky's coming in, it could really limit Allen's opportunities. So it's a situation where you get to think creatively and try to work about some of the game state things. As far as major markets go, like you said, I just don't think that the Bills are really going to push hard here for 4 quarters. So if I have to pick anything here, full game spread, full game total, I am going to take the Saints plus 15.5. Again, not official play, just kind of my lean there. But again, take some time, think creatively, go in there. This is a great game. Again, use some of those same game parlay boosts we get from a lot of our friends. Get in there, get a little weird with it, find ways to take Bills early, Saints late, and put some stuff together. I think you'll get some really nice plus EV.
Yeah, Noops, I think one of the other things you can do if you're playing DFS this week and you're playing any of these tournaments that are just, tens of thousands of entrants, and you can sometimes gain an edge by just being completely off the board from where everybody else is at. Maybe some Ty Johnson or Ray Davis like mixed into some of your lineups that goes along with what you're talking about, which is, hey, probably going to get these guys on the sideline sooner than later. The goal now, let's get the number 1 seed. Let's win the Super Bowl. Don't need to have your James Cook that you just paid all this money to out there taking a whole bunch of unnecessary snaps. Same with Josh Allen, all the stuff like you just mentioned. So I don't know, maybe you get creative with a Ty Johnson or a Ray Davis lineup, something like that. Maybe there's a way to get unique, and they're going to be the minimum price. So that will allow you to pay up at other positions and do stuff.
I love
like
that idea. It's a great way to create some high leverage players. And like you said, in DFS and those big pools, that's how you pop. If you're the only guy that has Ray Davis and he scores, you're the only guy who has Ty Johnson and he scores, that's a great strategy.